You already know when something about to make a big impact. It's what we used to. Wrestle. Yeah. Welcome to the table. Keep it locked in. Got some talent out this world about to drop in. And the story that we sharing about to shock them. And the level that I'm giving is a top 10. When you hear it's not a show where you get boxed in. Free to be authentic. Ain't nothing off limits. Paint the true picture, not somebody else's false image. Even when you low, it's what somebody else calls winning. Teasy got the table set. Whether it's someone you know that's famous or ain't made it yet. Recognize the power, check the numbers on the data set. Trying to find somebody else that's better, well let's make a bet. Let's upload this, broke it down, I ain't even break a sweat. Welcome to the table. Welcome to the table. Welcome to the table. We just get it started, never done, never settle.
Yo, what is good, everybody? Cool off thinking we local. Come on, homie, we major.
Yes, sir.
This is your man Teasy, and we are here for an exclusive Teasy's table. We got another guest that hopefully will be coming in a little later, but my dog getting some rest. But right now, I am here at the humble Airbnb, wonderful location out here in Norcross, out here in Georgia. I went up here to do some great media work for another project you'll be seeing soon as my twin brother, Lord Raiden. And, you know, you guys could go see that on Industry's Most Wanted. My guy, Raiden Vision, made his, interview debut on Industry's Most Wanted with Tampa Mystic and actually the Lyrical Parlor. Make sure you guys check those interviews out. Shout out to my brother Raiden for pulling up here along with me as well. But while we were here, you know, I was sitting back and I was like, you know what, bro, let's grab the camera and let's do a pod. Let's do something real exclusive, something real special, just kick it. And, you know, who I'm about to introduce, you know, if you guys don't know him, I'm going to give you guys an introduction. He is, you know, if you guys know what we've been doing for these past many, many years together since 2018, 2019, 2020, and, you know, we've known each other, grew into the same city where we both was raised musically in a lot of ways in Florida. He is not only the Swerve City producer, my producer, he is a phenomenal MC, editor, graphic designer, you name it, YouTuber, one of the dopest artists I know, one of the greatest people I know. This man has been there for me through my ups and downs of life, health journey, everything. This man is one of my best friends. And, you know, you've heard him on AEW television. You've heard him, you know, executive produced the last AEW project, the very first AEW project he has producer credits on. This man is produced for the Big Three, helping with me. This man is helping with the NHL, helping me. This man has been all over the place, all over the world. He has produced the Trust the System song you hear right now on Impact Wrestling as well. He produced that. This is my go-to guy as a producer, as an artist. We talk wrestling, one of the most knowledgeable people when it comes to the wrestling game. We have traded many war stories with our brother Swerve Strickland. You know, this man has been on WWE, you know what I mean, on the WWE Swerve City podcast, Starship Enterprise. He's been on WWE. This man's produced everything, has been placed everywhere. Just like I have. If I've been placed on it, he's been with me in the journey, so our credits run together. This is my brother, one of my best friends, Mr. One Lifetime, Mr. Rich Latta. What's good, champ?
Chilling, man. Appreciate it. That's a hell of an intro. Just glad to be here with you. Glad to pull up in a different area. Isn't that cool? Just to be somewhere else and then still be with your dogs. And then, yeah, it's just like takes me back like to, you know, first meeting you on my boy Floyd Johnson's podcast, All Things Elite, on the Social Suplex Podcast Network. No, we always gonna get a plug. But yeah, just knowing that you speak the same language as someone, and when I say the same language, I don't mean English. I mean like something like as far as like where you've been in the game, you know exactly where they've been almost immediately. That's how I felt when I was talking to Teasy, and I would say our friendship bloomed rather quickly, like through you know, just our shared love of music, of wrestling, and of like combining the two, fusing the two. Because like you were somebody that was doing your thing like almost in like your own lane to where it was like you already had stuff out there And I was kind of like, dibbling and dabbling in it, stuff like that. But I never thought to take it as far as you did. Like, and that, like, kicked the door open for a lot of people.
Thank you, bro. A lot of people always bring that up to me about, the way that we got in this and my overall thought process on how I was doing this. And it was like, man, I just wanted to be able to open doors for all of us. Somebody's kicked the door, and if somebody's got a shoe in the door, and one door can open, everybody can get in. And I'm proud of you, bro, for you taking the opportunity from when we first met. And people got to understand this too, because the story is, it's not like we have like this backstory on us knowing each other for prior to when we first started working together and becoming brothers. Like Floyd connected me with him on the pod, and I spoke to Rich very briefly. Then something came up where me and Swerve needed a producer. And just in my mind, I was like, Rich said, the guy told me Rich Latta said he makes beats. He's in the area. Let's see if he can do it. And he came in with the laptop at Swerve's apartment in Orlando at the time, and he just cooked stuff up. I didn't know what he could do. He didn't know what I could do. We didn't have a great, we just winged it. We literally winged it. He drove to Swerve's studio. We got in his apartment and we just figured it out all together. And he is the development of what the Swerve City sound is. He literally, has put this together. So one, I want to give you your flowers and tell you thank you. Because you made an investment in two people that you didn't even know us. You know what I mean? We didn't even know each other. Yeah. You literally was like, I'm going to pull up with the laptop and let's just see what happens. But
2-hour drive.
2-hour drive each time.
2-hour drive. And I was like, all right, man, like just turn it on and hope I got it that day.
Yeah.
Because it could easily turn the laptop on and be like, damn, the beat really ain't coming out like how I wanted to. It's not really, one of those ones, but it seemed like, I don't know whether it was like the environment where it was just like, I felt like a little bit of pressure to just be like, hey man, if you are who you think you are, you should be able to do this. So I just walk in, chill, look at all the DVDs and all, Swerve's pictures on the wall, and just be like, all right, this is where we're setting like the genesis for whatever we will become. I didn't know we were going to start making an album. I didn't know we were going to put music on like the WWE network. And
I had no idea either.
None of that stuff. It's like you don't set out typically like, I got this, and this. For me, the way it feels best is almost just to start doing it and then see what it turns into.
I think that's what it is. It's like being able to put in a philosophy of saying, hey, we're just going to wing it. We're going to figure this out. And I think it helped too because we both had a lot of experience in the industry and we both knew how to handle it. Plus, you meeting me, you meeting me, meeting Swerve, and me knowing you, we're all kind of like, we have the same demeanor in a lot of things. We're all very laid back, chill guys. Yeah. So it's easy for us to all get in a room and everybody share. And you know what I mean? It's like we're all just figuring this out. Swerve was trying to figure out his sound at the time. I was trying to help, develop an artist. Then you came in and helped with the development. And we tag teamed and helped, you see where he's at now. Yeah. But we also built a relationship of like a artist, producer, and then I was like, yeah, yo, Rich. I can't tell you how many times this man, I'll be like, yo, Rich, I need a beat. This man, Rich, never charged me a dime for anything he's made for me. Like, he's literally just, I can't give enough flowers to this man because he literally has just been a true soldier and a teammate. And I'm like, look, any blessing that I get from this man, for this man, I'm going to make sure he's involved. I always tell him, if a lick comes up, you get first call. Like, I got this. You want to do it? He'll say, yeah, I got you. And now our credits and our placements and everything we've been in together has been co-congruent together. It's literally been, Guru and DJ Premier with a lot of this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Like, and it's always an honor to like to get the call to try to work on something. Like,
our guests has come in. Our other guests has come in. So.
My man is right over there. So I'm gonna get up and adjust the camera if needed. You probably want to take a seat right there, but we will introduce him as well on the way in. But yeah, just saying, like, it's an honor to get those calls, to get those like opportunities, because you never know what the opportunity is. Just like the how we got started in the first place. So it's like, all right, such and such has a podcast that needs a song. I'm like, okay, I don't know how necessarily big that person is or will be, or people like in wrestling that we've done stuff for. I'm like, Such as they got a podcast for real?
Yeah,
all right, fuck
Ted
it.
DiBiase, Jake the Snake, like
the Francine one. That was like okay. I have some like I wasn't old enough to watch ECW in real time. It was all following it through magazines and stuff like that. So I had to go back and listen to like what her stuff was, and then try to like sample it and bring it back. So a lot of that stuff is a challenge, but also a privilege at the same time.
Yeah, I got the missed call. I promise I wasn't. I was in the shower. Sometimes just a well.
oh, you was in the shower? I thought you was asleep.
No, I was, but then sometimes just a well planned out, executed shower, just in a 30-minute nap, just recharge your batteries.
Yes, sir.
Especially
Right.
when you're old man with back problems and all that. It's just need it sometimes, bro. So my apologies to y'all.
Let me give you an introduction, man. Now, definitely not least, but the man who pulled in last but definitely not least. This brother here, I have known him years. Literally, we've known each other since high school. Through a mutual friend of ours who literally was like, "Yo, you got to work with this guy. This guy's dope," and he's telling him the same thing. And we all once again grew up in the Pinellas area. You know what I mean? Pinellas, Largo, St. Pete, Tampa, all that area, and we went to different high schools at the time. But our mutual friend always wanted to connect us, and I met both of these guys in Florida, especially when everybody was landing because we've been here for a minute. But this brother here not only has been one of the most talented rappers, singers, songwriters that I know. This man has been become one of my closest friends for years and years and years. You know what I mean? We, from my solo projects to the Swerve stuff to everything we've done, this man has been here from the very beginning and from the initial start from when we first started working together. And if he's featured, on many songs from Come Over to, the outro on the Swerve City album.
Bad As You Want to Be.
Bad As You Want to
Tears.
As Want to Be, Tears. A lot of songs that he produced that his vocals are, both our vocals are on. So we have a big catalog together. And if you're not familiar with what my twin brother Raiden Vision is doing, the song Out of Sight, he's on the song with him as well. This brother here is, when I first met him, he went by another name. He'll tell you about that. But now he's officially going by the legend, the official Chris Cage. This is my dog. What up, Chris? What's cracking?
Good, hit you with the Raiden.
His sense of humor is so funny, y'all.
That's a copyrighted gesture, so I'm allowed to do that because I'm the homie. But you better not get caught doing that. Y'all get caught slacking, y'all have to pay up.
Absolutely, man.
They're gonna have to say it's AI or something.
Better say it's AI.
So talk a little bit from your side of things. Linking up and our history, and from your perspective, because he spoke a little bit on the history of how me and him met. Let's talk about first our connection and from your side of things.
Man, it's just been a grind, almost like a blur, man, just because it's just been nonstop grinding. And he's been going through certain adversities. I've gone through certain adversities of just real life in between. And a lot of times, like he said earlier in the previous conversation, a lot of times we talk, it's not even about business or music. It's just, what's up, how's it going, da-da-da-da-da. Sometimes the music conversation or business conversation just falls in, but man, it's just been a long time. And all the way back to just eventually having the same management. We both were managed by the homie Strizzo. We were touring together. I remember before he was even popping as a wrestling guru, theme song king, taking him to, just riding together out to just middle of Bufu, Florida, places I didn't even know, just to go to wrestling events and just grinding, man. It's just been a long grind. And
yeah, man.
A lot of hitting the pavement, a lot of just on the road, a lot of grinding, a lot in the studio, and just good fun times and just working, man.
And that's what it's been, bro. Like, because a lot of us, we've been. It's funny because with both you guys, I've known you guys literally forever, and it's like it really shows the testament of how people can work together and build a unit, build a team, and how people can just come together and make something when it's a vision and it's something, no pun intended, it's something that you can really put together, then it's a unit. I remember when we first linked up, we first started working together, but our mutual connect at the time was like, yo, y'all get together. It's like, yo, when we link, we know it's going to be crazy.
Right.
You know what I mean? But we just had to get together and do it. You know how this industry is like, y'all need to work. Y'all need to work. And you'd be like, we'll get there.
I'm already working. I'm
we'll get there. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying?
So when he was on tour at the time with Bubba Sparks and Strizzo and doing his thing, and I just got a fly on the wall. I'm just a fly on the wall, just supporting him, just supporting bro, and watching him on stage with Bubba Sparks doing his thing, and just seeing his grind. But his support when I got into the wrestling world was great too. He like, yo, that shit gonna take off, and he fully supported everything I had going on when I switched lanes and diverted. So it's just great to have all of us here together to be able to, chop up some game and talk. Before we get to the fun stuff, I just want to get the promotional stuff out the way, for both things both of you guys are doing. And we'll start with you, Rich. You're working on a new project. You're putting out a new album. You just played the album for me. It's crazy. And I'm not just saying that because you my dog. People like, oh, that's a classic. That shit hit. No, I'm being for real. Like I've watched my brother's sound grow over the years and him trying new things. The thing about the three of us is that we're all going to push ourselves creatively. You know what I mean? And that's the beautiful thing. We're not gonna rest on our laurels, because one song worked. We're just gonna keep doing that thing 900 times. It never works like that in this industry. You can't do it. So working with you and also hearing the new album, hearing the music. Tell us a little bit about the project, the singles that's coming out. Tell me a little bit about the vision you have with that record. All pun intended on that.
Yeah, man. New album is called Free Spirit, and it for me represents a break from all the old styles that I had, the old writing processes.
You can hear it. You can hear it.
As far as not writing my lyrics anymore. I was always afraid to not do that. So I guess just watching so many music documentaries and hearing how people put songs together, and people be like, okay, this is how they would lay the instruments down. And then I was like, well, if people can put instruments together just a little bit at a time and then build upon it, why can't I do lyrics the same way? Why can't I just say a few lines, stop, play the beat again, add another few lines, add another line, add another flow, and to make it, we're all artists. We've always been there where, am I reading this thing off the paper? Does it sound like I'm reading? Does it sound like I'm really connected to the music? I kind of came up with the term. It's almost like when you're playing a video game, if you're connected to Wi-Fi, your game's is going to be cool and all that, but if you're hardwired in, you're just never going to lose that connection. It's a solid connection. I feel hardwired to the music when I do it that way because it's hitting me faster than, when I used to write in a notebook. I can't write in a notebook anymore. When I used to write in the phone for years and years, can't really write in the phone anymore just because it seems too slow. So Free Spirit for me represents connecting to the music in a more pure fashion and removing that veil of trying to make sure because as artists, sometimes you get in your head, like, do I sound monotone on this? Do I sound like I'm, am I not changing with the times? I was like, I need to strip everything. So what I did was I want up-tempo beats. I want to make songs where I'm singing and whining, as they say, stuff like that. I also want to change up the flows in a way and just try to make these conceptual songs to where like you belong to No City. And I've had that concept for a while. It was originally a song called Nomad, but I changed it up and it's like You Belong to No City. Kind of the hook is kind of lifted from that Glenn Fry, You Belong to the City, and kind of take inspiration from Jay-Z's City Is Mine. But I had a beat that didn't sample either song, but it just fits so perfect. I feel like whenever I get songs like that, I feel like they're just given to me. Got another song, Enough, that's on there. That's kind of like a story song, about a woman wanting to recapture her youth, but and she's gone on, and however her life has been, with her children, with whoever she's with now, but just for a little while, she wants to feel how she did it, and maybe that's not enough. She wants to, feel how she did before all that happened. So I think that's a really cool song. Got a different song called Into You. Sam flipped this Madonna song into the groove, into a whole like different way.
That joint crazy. That and the Mike Geronimo,
Yeah.
Irv Gotti one you played.
Yeah.
Woo!
Like Great Advice, throwing it straight back to one of my favorite periods in rap, which is like the mid '90s East Coast stuff. I'm always gonna have something on there, but the "You Belong to No City" stuff kind of ties up the project together because you're gonna hear so many different sounds and influences from where I've been in my life, what region of the country I've been in, how I've felt and heard music and related to music with people around us. I was telling Chris like a little while ago, I made a song called Juke City. And this was a little bit older, but I did a song called Juke City, and it wasn't like an actual juke song. I wasn't telling people, like I wasn't doing all that. But what I was doing was like an ode to Juke City. And I was talking about like the history of it, the people of it, how it made me feel, how I didn't understand it at first. And in Free Spirit, these are all like every region of the map makes up Free Spirit. So everywhere I've been in my 36 years. So everywhere I've been, and for me, it feels like a fresh rebirth because as you go on doing music, it's like everyone will ask you, how long are you gonna keep doing this music thing? How long, like what's your goal?
Bro, we're doing this till the casket drop, bro.
Forever, nigga. Like I don't care how old I get.
When are you gonna stop doing things you like? Oh, I like to sleep, so I'm gonna keep doing that. I like to eat, so I'm gonna keep doing that. I like to do music, I'm gonna keep doing music, bro.
Right. So like, for me, it was like, okay, I can either keep making the same kind of music I've always done, or I always felt like I've done, and just been who I've always been throughout those first 3 albums per se. But now I was like, what if I'll never know? Like this was able to answer the questions for me. So like, what if I did these things? Now I have that answer, and I got a body of work that I'm proud of.
That one thing I will say, first of all, congratulations on the Free Spirit project. Congratulations. And when you release that, I'm definitely copping it, and I'm gonna definitely show my support to my brother because it's an amazing body of work. But you're the next person around me. Like I have to get to the point where I'm not writing it down. I like some of the stuff that my twin brother does is more like that, but like as Teasy, I have to get better with that.
I mean, it's like it also comes from me being somebody that's like a big DIY person. So I've been recording myself since I was like 15, 16 years old. So I have the luxury to be able to like experiment with stuff because I'm not necessarily at a recording studio paying for my studio time and stuff like that. What I did was pay my dues in that time that I spent learning how to engineer and all this stuff to do it myself to where I could be able to tap into something like that and do enough experimentation. I made a couple songs where it was like, it was very hard to like really just go there. And then I was like, I'm just put the phone away.
Yeah.
What I'm gonna do is just talking to the mic, try to lose myself in the moment, and I would be able to like feel the next line to say. And it was like instead of writing it down, it was just say it and then make it sound cool. I could focus on that if I didn't have that barrier per se.
Because I know for yourself.
Nerd stuff, real nerd stuff right there, like music nerd stuff.
Because I know with Chris, he's always been talented like that, and I know that he's like, bro, I just think of it, and I'd be like, bro, that's amazing that artists do that, and he's like, and he always used to tell me, bro, just try it. So once the vision stuff started coming together, because I'm doing less in terms of the creation part of that, and the music is more speaking. I'm leaning towards more with that as in terms of the hip hop thing when I really get into turn with that more to try that. So
you're gonna feel so connected to the music when you try it. I promise.
Absolutely. So for you, Chris, talk about what you're working on, your project you're working on, what you got coming out, everything like that. As we're talking about the music stuff now, what you got cooking?
I've got a whole project coming out. Part 2 of my, I wouldn't call it EP, but EP style project. I don't want to necessarily call it an EP, but 7-8 songs. Cloud Dracula Volume 2, but first and foremost, the first single is going to come out first this Valentine's Day. It's called Conflicted. It's an up-tempo, more or less R&B, slightly hip-hop, slightly pop-ish kind of sound, but Then I got another single coming behind that. But the main one to look out for is Conflicted Valentine's Day this year, 2026. I've got projects with the homie Raiden Vision, out of sight, as you all know.
That's a good brother.
We got on the project, I also got a beat from the homie, the Don Dada, Rich Latta. I got a project with the homies, Michael MP Paul, which you've been on his podcast.
Yes, shout out to MP, man.
And Hard White, like a dual project. We got a group called the Gator Slayers. That's some real Florida boy shit, in case y'all didn't know. We got a project. So, I mean, I'm basically like, not to quote Rich, but just this is a rebirth of me trying to come back out and just start putting shit out and just start having fun and doing music, what I love to do. And to touch on your point as well, I mean, it don't matter if you write it. It don't matter if you just come off the dome. Whatever it takes, as long as you are in that moment and you just catch the feeling of it, bro. And then, sometimes you don't need to write shit. Sometimes you just need to go in there and just let it out. And that's what I'm doing, bro. Just in there enjoying it, just trying to catch that feeling, just catch that antenna like I've been talking about, and just get it out into the mic and just make some good music, man. Stuff I like, stuff hopefully other people will like, and just have fun doing it and just connect with the homies. I really love collabing. That's one of my favorite parts.
Me too.
Collabing with like-minded individuals who also have the same love for music that I have.
And it's like the creative process is always fun for me because I never get tired of collaborating. The collaboration part is always the fun part. Sometimes when you're working on your own stuff, it can kind of get monotonous sometimes. And because it's like nobody, and now I understand part of it when they say music's supposed to be collaborative in a way, because when you're working on your own projects, it's different and it takes me longer with my own projects.
I'm not going to say I never would have done a funk song, but it definitely was not on my mind. Until you said, let's do this. And
I mean, somebody might see something in you that you don't see for yourself.
Right.
So
have the homies push you out of the comfort zone a little bit. You know what I mean?
And that's the thing. I never, the initial thing was making that kind of lane of music was okay, how is that going to happen? And then when I thought about it, I'm like, okay, it has to be different. And the thought process had to be different. Because I remember when I first sent the record to both of you guys, especially because he was in the studio when it was getting done. But when you heard it initially, you was like, yo, that's crazy. That's different. That's different. That's going to do well because it's a different thing. So I totally understand and I totally get it. I'm extremely excited for both of your guys' projects because not only are you guys super talented, but everybody's working in the same block.
Yeah.
Everybody's on the same basketball team. So I hear everything before everybody else. So a lot of times I'm hearing it. And it's just good because sometimes I like to hear shit that's not mine. Because so when you get lost in your creation, sometimes you just not overthink, but sometimes your mind just spins hearing yourself all day.
Yeah.
But when I hear other people's shit and I get inspired, I'm standing right here listening to your project, I'm like, damn. I'm like, man, I love that feeling of hearing that, and
absolutely
sparks that.
And when Chris sends me stuff, I'll be like, yo, man, this dude is so damn talented. So now, one thing I will say, we've all been in this decade and a half, 2 decades around there. We've all been in this quotation game for a long ass time. We've seen a lot. We're grizzled old veterans in this shit. Yeah,
you can say that.
We've seen a lot.
It's a different world. Currently, Ice Spice is the spokesperson and theme song maker of SpongeBob with her ass out the mirror. What's next? Suki is the founder of Paw Patrol next. What we gonna... It's a different world. That's the point.
Yeah, it's a different time, and a lot of things that are happening right now I never thought I would see, good and bad. There's a lot of great things for artists that are freedom to do stuff that is great, but also the problem is there's a lot of freedom to get things out there to do things that's not great. But Rich, let me ask you this. What is something you've learned the most about your time in this? Because there's a lot of things with people that are just getting in this that just think it is just kind of what it is. But now, you have experience and you've seen so much. What is something you've learned about, not only carrying yourself in this game, but you've just learned over time? The same question you have to answer.
I would say anybody can be anywhere. at like any time. Like as far as like you never know who you're gonna meet next. You could like people are they meet you and then they continue on throughout their career. They could turn out to be some of the biggest people in the world. You can never see that person again, but you never know. So it's just treating folks with respect, treating people with honor, essentially, like not trying to be a fuck nigga. If I can cuss on this,
Hey,
like
do your thing, brother.
Not burn anybody business wise or anything like that. Try to always do good business with people, and also like just understand like whatever like we're all on our own individual journeys and we're gonna overlap with each other. So I wouldn't want to be the reason either somebody doesn't do music anymore or has like some type of bad experience, because my motto is like one lifetime. Like you got one lifetime to, control how people remember you. Mm-hmm. So like, say like, we were at 10 Mystics earlier today, right? Say like, after we left, we all got in a car accident, died. I got to meet that lady one time. She would be like, man, I talked to that rich guy that one time, and he was an upstanding guy. Da, da, da. If somebody asked about it, that's how I'm moving through the
That's
game.
how I look at life too.
So, yeah.
One more time, how is the exact question phrased?
So your time in this game and being in this as long as you have, what is something that you've learned over time with your experience being in this? Good or bad, but what have you learned as you've from 15 years ago, first starting to where you're at now with your experience? What have you learned?
I hate to be
Speak your mind, brother.
I hate to be repeating myself from earlier, but I'm gonna say just don't take stuff personal. Just keep it moving, man. Just shit happens, stuff happens. Everything's not gonna go your way every day, and that's okay. Don't worry about it. You got a goal. You gotta do what you gotta do. Today might have been your worst day. Tomorrow might be your best. You might have 99 losses before you finally get to that one win. It's all part of the game. Just charge it all to the game and keep moving, because the bottom line is you got to do what you got to do regardless of how the day's going, how other people are acting. And like Rich said, all you can do is control yourself and then how you treat other people and how people view you. You can't control other people. So just don't take nothing personal. You're going to have to, in this business, deal with some people that may be unsavory characters or people you don't particularly like, but it doesn't matter, because that's not your goal, is to be everybody's friend. Your goal is to get in this game and do what you gotta do. So treat everybody good. Treat your closer homies a little better, but also treat the ones, you ain't gotta be their best friend and buy them ice cream and take them on a date, but you can be kind to people. It doesn't matter what they're doing. Just because they're a piece of shit doesn't mean you gotta be a piece of shit.
Don't be Hollywood. Like it's like you can work with somebody one or two times and they're carrying them stories like about you or whatever. And I never miss an opportunity to be like, yo, man, I engineered such and such a few times. They were cool as hell to me or whatever. Whenever it is, but like if it was somebody I didn't really have great experience with, those stories probably travel a little faster. Not in my case. I don't really do the
negativity.
I try not to do negativity.
It always travels a little faster, especially it could be a lie, it could be true. People love that shit. They'll spread negativity.
And at some point, them shits become blended. Yep. So
that's another reason why you just can't care about what people say, because who gives a fuck? I mean, whatever you heard of me must be true. If they said it, it must be true. Oh well.
Absolutely. It's not like you can't fight it. You can't fight it. On the internet,
it's true for sure. Right?
Absolutely.
What about you, Teasy?
For me, I've learned a lot over time that all this stuff, quotation stuff, that people be tripping over, this really don't be shit. It really don't. Like, dog, I'll be hearing this stuff, dog.
We got nothing to do with nothing.
My brothers, I'll be hearing this. I'll be like, yo, people tripping over this shit? Like, this is the shit that's causing all this stuff that we see in this game.
That Ric Flair, what's causing all this?
I'm like, yo, bro, this is a simple conversation. Hey, dog. So, you wanted 25% on the verse and not 20%. That's fine, bro. Okay, 25%, cool. Like, I don't care. It just but for some people, this is life and death. And
some people get so caught up over the touchdown they forget to win the game.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's like, yo, and one thing I learned about this game too is that sometimes it's just better. It's better to know the position you're supposed to play and understanding that's like, look, everybody is you have to be comfortable with what your skill set is in this shit. Like, maybe you're not supposed to be Kobe, dog. You know what I mean? And that's okay. Like, maybe you're supposed to be the sixth man off the bench or whatever. But you have to know your strengths. You have to know what works. Everybody can't. Some people can just flick on the camera and just Kai Cenat it. Some people, it takes them a while to warm up. Some people don't like talking.
Stay in your lane, bro.
Stay in your lane and do what's best for you. That's what I learned a lot throughout of this, dog. It's like, learn what your strengths are. You know what I mean? Not everybody is a jack of all trades.
And your weaknesses, and be honest with yourself.
Exactly.
Don't be in denial. And just
don't be in denial, bro. And stop worrying about what everybody else is doing, dog. like, dog, stop scrolling in the middle. So I'll be damned. I'm looking dead in the camera. I'll be damned before I scroll and look at what another grown man doing and feel any type of way because he's being successful. Bro, salute to you, brother. I hope you sell 1 billion records, or I hope your podcast, wins awards. I hope you win an Emmy, or I hope you win a Grammy. I hope you win an Oscar, and whatever you're doing. Like, I'm just never been built that way. Yeah. Like, if I see my brothers doing well, I'm going to like it. I'm going to comment. Yo, keep doing your thing, bro. I fully support what you're doing.
It's like people got a phobia. Like, if this guy's doing bad, then if this guy's doing good, it's going to hurt me.
Yeah.
Some weird shit, bro.
Yeah, bro. Like, look at this.
Man.
Like, bro, what I look like going to Rich Page and hating on some shit.
Fuck that Jeff Teague.
Yeah, like,
right here.
What's a grown man doing? Like,
if I go hit on this man, and then my shit's gonna take off, bro. Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, where's the fucking logic, bro? These people just being it's emotional, like, in their feelings.
In their feelings, bro. That's what I
Here
really.
we go. Here's the real answer. Man, the fuck up, bro.
Yeah,
just
dog.
Be a man, bro. Just don't operate out of emotions. Just be more practical. Be logical, bro. It doesn't make any sense to hate on other people, bro, whatsoever. There's no, upside to it, bro, whatsoever.
And there's no reason to, compare yourself to anybody's journey in this. Like, everybody's journey in this music thing is different. Like, I salute, the fact that he can sing and he has a wonderful note. That I admire that. You know what I mean? Because in my head, when I'm in the shower, I swear
it's the same.
I'm Rod Isley, dog.
Right?
You can't tell me nothing, bro. When I'm singing, giving you the best I got for Anita Baker, I swear I'm on note, bro.
That shower reverb is a motherfucker right there. That shit how you sit sounding wet.
And guys, I'm gonna say this: Rich set up this camera. He set up this laptop. He's editing. He's pressing buttons like MacGyver, and I'm like, yo, I tried this. I just didn't have the patience for it. I tried to do this. It's just the amount of patience he has to do this and mic check and set all this up. I salute this man, and that's not my skill set. He taught himself and he made it his skill set. So
I tried the same thing with engineering and home studio and all that.
Bro,
it's not my thing, bro. I had to be real. Like, this is a waste of time.
Bro.
Get rid of the equipment. I'm just going to studios and letting the guys who know their shit do their shit, bro.
Bro, I'm just gonna give me the ball on the pivot. I'm gonna shoot from 12, 13 feet. And I'm going to get these 20 points. Me shooting like Curry just ain't my skill set.
I guess in my case, it became, how can I just make myself of value? Right. I guess this goes back to the advice thing with, anybody that is watching this that wants to, try to be in music and media and different stuff like that. In 11th and 12th grade, I had a class called Mass Media. And I'll never forget my teacher was named Mr. Bigham. And he pretty much gave me carte blanche to just work on music throughout whatever, because he knew that I could do, help with the filming, the editing, I could do the music, and it was preparing me for something. I didn't know what.
He knew what he saw.
Turned out it was life. It was preparing me for having a YouTube channel and stuff like that, to make it where we can turn around our own, content and stuff. And be it's not A1, we don't have all the lights and everything right here right now, but it's good enough for the people to for us to be together on just kind of a short notice that we can turn around and do something. And meeting other people and knowing what I can offer to them, hey, we can't go to the studio, I can record the vocals. When Harley Cameron pulls up to work on the song on the first album, I can record the vocals here, and we'll get them to T, who's actually the pro. I just need to know just a little bit enough to make myself dangerous or useful. That's how I look at it.
So now we're gonna pivot to this here is because we both been around them for all three of us have been around them for a long time, man. And when we did our very, very first album, Chris was featured on there. Then the second and third album we did as a group, and everything else in the future, Rich has produced a lot of it. Let's talk about the growth of Swerve, not only as an artist, but in wrestling, man, because we've got to see this firsthand. And give a shout out to our brother, because I'll start with the artistry side. It's very rare that somebody wants to do this and, one, take it serious, two, sound good and do it, and three, it actually work out. Those three things, like, it don't happen very much in this, because you might have a homie, yo, bro, I think you could do this shit, bro. Or word, they don't take it serious. They ain't disciplined. They don't practice. They don't school themselves in the game. They don't listen, or they get to a point where they do get to a certain point, then they turn their back on their day ones. He didn't do none of that. He got, from hearing him on his very first song to where he is now, I am super proud of him because of the work he put in, putting in those reps like we did when we started, putting in those reps. Oh, man, I was listening to stuff back in the day when I was the Message or like the Demon in '08. Bro, I was garbage. But this is what we had to do. So shout out to our brother, man. Talk about, Chris, I'm going to start with you before I get to Rich. Talk about, not only working with him as an artist, but seeing his growth as well and everything he's doing.
When I met him, I just looked at him like an artist. I never really looked at him like a wrestler. I didn't start giving him props on the wrestling shit till after I knew him. And every once in a while, I'm like, dang, bro, that's a raw, that's a raw ass match, or that's a raw ass, one of them fits, like, he'll put on some Green Lantern shit, some dope ass shit, like, but before that, I mean, mainly I just knew him as an artist. Like, I didn't really know him as the wrestler side. And by the time I met him and started working with him, he was already, I'm guessing, a lot more polished than what you're talking about from his first days. Mm-hmm. I've seen y'all do things here and there, but like really like linking up, just diving in and working and just getting into it. Like, he was, to me, he just was another one of the rapper homies, bro. Like, he just was just out here doing music with the best of them. He's out here just grinding, just like I do with you, just like I do with him, or anybody, or Strizzo. And that was kind of my introduction to him when I met him and just started doing things with him. And he, I didn't really get to see the not so polished era, like, because you were in the trenches with him. Mm-hmm. I got, y'all's work was, I wouldn't say done, because I've seen progression from where I first met him and met him now, but he was good to me back then when we started linking up. Mm-hmm. So that was my kind of, he's like, okay, this dude, yeah, he got some shit going on. Let's work. You know what I mean? This dude got this first record we did was the Tears record, I think. No,
we did an outro. We did a song called Free.
It was an outro.
We did a song called Free.
That's right. And even that shit was dope, bro.
That shit was dope.
Just everything we just did, bro. So to me, it just was another,
and a song called Right.
Right, yep. Shout out to Right.
Yeah.
What do you say? Want to go to therapy? Psh, tripping. So I forgot about that. Yeah, Swerve. I ain't forget about you, bro. That bars.
Yes,
yeah.
Sir.
So, shit, dude been snapping as far back as I can remember, as far as my experience and working with him goes.
Absolutely. What about you seeing it from your perspective, just his growth as an artist?
Just as an artist, man, like, so I met Swerve kind of as an artist similar the way that Cage did. I was aware of him because I'm a hardcore wrestling fan, like, from the independent scene. I had actually pulled up to, like, different cities where he was wrestling just as part of these super shows, like WrestleMania.
It's funny. I wouldn't even think, because I did the same thing. I wouldn't even think I'd be as close to him as I was just watching.
It was like, I think it was like maybe the first time I saw Swerve in person was probably like 2017, I want to say. And that was at the Rev Pro show in Orlando. And then I saw him again in 2018 in New Orleans at the Mark Hitchcock Memorial Show. I believe he was in a 4-way match with Sammy Guevara, Kota Ibushi, and Will Ospreay, if I'm not mistaken. I have to look at that. He'll kill me. He knows exactly what match like he was in that day. And then I saw him in New York against Zack Sabre Jr. at the Mark Hitchcock again. 2020, of course, there was no WrestleMania weekend. And by that time, I think he was headed into WWE, or he may have already been there after 2019. So I meet him over the summer, just kind of like and I've seen him, like, rise on the independent level. And then, like, I found out, like, he does music through you. And all that. I was like, that's interesting. Like, and then I just kind of went into it with an open mind, and I was like pretty impressed off the rip. Like, just seeing like the energy, the drive, and also like, oh, you guys already got an album done. you got your his aesthetic. Like, I don't know, I haven't been to his new place in a while. I remember he had these pictures of all these artists on his wall, like all his favorite artists. I believe it was like
Travis,
ASAP, Rocky,
A$AP,
different stuff like that. Like, had a bunch of people on the wall, and I was like, he's got a clear vision, and he knows who he wants to be. So I'm like, bro, whatever I can do to help you get there, and that's kind of how I approach it. And I've seen immense growth since then, as far as like stylistically, how you just come on the songs, like it's just like ultimate comfort. And like he's made like these worldwide anthems at this point. Like, as far as like you can play that in a stadium and it rings off.
Yeah.
So like that's a case. What is it? 2026 now. I met him in 2020. So like in a span of that time, viral songs. Like, if you want to hate on the guy, there are people that choose to do so. Go right ahead, but like, you're losing at this point. Like, you arguing with a scoreboard at this point. So he's been running it up. Like, and it's always fun working with him, and we got plenty more work to do.
It is fun working with all the homies, but just when you get the whole band together, the whole clique.
Yeah.
Good times, bro.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Anthony King as well, another teammate.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to King, man. One
Appreciate
of the most talented artists as well. I want to give him his shout out too. One of the most talented thing. And it's funny because everybody asks me like, yo, you had a vision. You saw this, point intended, of all these things that has come about, like seeing Swerve or meeting King or Rich or knowing Chris. It's like, yo, when I saw him get in the studio the first time, and first, shout out to Swerve having the courage to do it. Because it's a different beast when you never did it before and you got to stand in front of that microphone and understand your voice, understand what a 16 is, know what a bridge is, how to say it, when to stop, how to write a hook. All that stuff has to be developed.
And just carving a new lane.
As far
as being in his lane where nobody else is.
And also, like, the fact of him being a professional wrestler. Like, when people are professional wrestlers, like, we've seen a lot of wrestlers that have side interests or different stuff like that. They get clowned for a lot of that stuff within, like, the wrestling community itself, where it's like, why don't you just stick to wrestling? Why are you trying to expand your horizons? Are you trying to leave us? Like, different stuff. Like, there's like a protective aspect, but there's also a corny ass aspect to it as well.
Yeah.
So like, he's navigating that as well.
The thing is too, so we went in the studio the very first time. It was the very first session. And we did like a test song just to see like where he sound and how things is going, just for him to understand his voice. That song never came out, but we just did it. Then the second song we ever did was Broke Boys. Once I heard Broke Boys and I heard that song and he wrote, shout out to Big Swole, he wrote her part and I wrote my part and he wrote his part and we just went back and forth. I said, he's going to be all right. People don't even make a Broke Boys their whole life, let alone making a song like that. Once I heard that song, I was like, yeah, he's got it. And because us as musicians, we just know. You could be in a session with somebody like, I'll do this verse for this guy. I mean, he cool, but he might not have it. Mm-hmm. I heard Swerve, and I knew he had it. You just know when somebody has that it thing. You can't explain what it is, but he had it.
Right.
And just seeing his growth as a musician and as a friend who's just been in the trenches from day one to see this, it's great. And I am super proud, but I am also making this disclaimer. I am leaving with the Michael Jordan shot over Byron Russell. I'm done. I'm leaving with the successful mentor and artist story. He's the last one. I am not trying to do this with everybody and then not. He's the one that worked out.
My boy said, take the titty out your boy's mouth.
But 17 other artists I try to do this for don't listen.
Damn.
Nah, I said I'm done. Now, if any of the homies want to call me, like uppercoming, like, hey Teasy, what do you think about that? And ask for my advice on something. Like, uppercoming, yeah, I'll take the phone call and I'll say, hey, this, but like direct mentoring in the studio when you be under Teasy's Table Enterprises and never, not happening.
That's it.
So,
the gate is closed.
I'm leaving on a high note. It's over. So it's great to see that, but also too great to see his growth in wrestling, man, and to see him killing it. Like, I'm sitting here watching him. I met him. I went to his first match in 2015 in Maryland. Him, versus Leo Rush and like 4 other people at MCW in Maryland. And I had some T-shirts and stuff, and I was selling some T-shirts. And the promoter, I'm sitting there, I'm looking like a mark like hell. 2015, barely being known with a merch table. I look crazy, but that's wrestling terminology. You guys will get it. But it's like my stuff was next to his. So Divine Intervention, and my manager at the time, Richard Evans, I want to give a big shout out to him. Richard Evans was like, that's going to be the guy to change your life. And he randomly said it. I'd never met Swerve before. He's like, that's going to be the dude. And I was like, word? He's like, that's going to be him. Lo and behold, 2 years later, we start the podcast.
That's crazy.
And I called Rich was like, I told you this is going to be the guy.
That's crazy.
And I was like, you're right. And we started the podcast together in 2018 and 2017, excuse me. We started 2017, the podcast. And now just seeing 10 years later where all this has grown and the team and how everybody's formed Voltron together, it's just great to see. And in wrestling terms, seeing what he does. Every time I go to a match and I watch him wrestle, I'm just like, this, it's funny. I got to say this. Because I ask him sometimes, I'll be like, bro, do you get nervous anymore? He's like, no. He's like, this is literally riding a bike at this point. And I'm like, bro, you're in front of thousands of people. You got to go in there and remember 15 million moves you got to do with somebody. And you got to look at the camera. You got to be on point wrestling. You got to trust who you're wrestling. You got to know when a commercial break coming. You got to know how to take the move safely and all.
Dance.
And exactly. And I'm like, yo, if you could do this, you could rap.
Yeah.
If the rap is easy at this point. If you could do that, you can remember your raps, bro. You got it. Rap is a bike and walk in the park for you, dog.
And then it's like the other kind of pressures. It's like you got to conduct yourself like to where you gain respect in the locker room, within with fans. Like I've seen like him leave the arena and stop for every single fan that has come up to him and take a picture. And
I've seen him
stuff
do
like
it too.
That. So
Me
like
too.
These are like things like you could easily become really Hollywood, and he has never done that.
Never did.
So I mean, when I think of him, I was thinking one of the boys. Like, he never came off as that snobby ass. Like,
Never did.
it's just one of the homies. We just working. We doing music. That's the vibe I get, bro. Like,
Absolutely.
it ain't on none of that type of shit.
Never.
And now he's like one of the biggest stars in wrestling. And like I remember I don't know, at least 4 years ago, I think I had a conversation with him. I was like, it's you. The person that they're looking for. And we were talking about another couple guys that were currently kind of his peers at the time. I was like, it's going to be you, bro. Like, because you have this, and this. And they lack this, and this. And you've got a cool factor that you can tap into because you're one of the best wrestlers in the world. You can wrestle with all the best wrestlers in the world on their level. And then at that point, it's just about making the Rubik's Cube kind of fit as far as how the fans see you.
Yeah.
With Prince Nana, linking up with him, shout out to Prince Nana. It's just like that partnership, I think, became integral to like how whatever Swerve doesn't have as far as being outgoing and bombastic. I don't see Swerve like as a bombastic type. I see him more as a cool, silent assassin that can get revved up. But you see Prince Nana next to him, you're like, hold on. Like there's the color to the team. And I think that pairing did so much for both of them.
Yeah, I think so too. And just watching the ascension, watching, the growth of him and musically and hearing everything he's done musically to seeing him, as his growth as a wrestler it's been a wonderful thing, man. It's been a great journey, and I'm just glad to be a part of this journey, man. Only thing I'm gonna take credit for in the sense is that I just take credit for being glad I was just being myself and doing what's right for the situation. You know what I mean? There's no ego in that. I just want to do what's right for my brother. He was a great guy who wanted to get into it, and I remember him telling him in Memphis and Tennessee, and shout out to NGW, shout out to Cody and everybody in MGW. I remember the conversation. I told him, bro, I said, I believe you can rap, bro. I believe you could do this. Because I feel like he could take it as a star and his aesthetic, how he looks, his everything, and knowing good business, I know where he could take it. You know what I mean? As far as music.
Yep.
Pause. No way you can take it. It's crazy.
Ooh, man.
That's
Baby.
not. That's pause,
This
bro.
brother.
It's just water,
And-
not baby oil.
no. Yeah, so shout out to our brother, man, on that. That's a segue right there. Good
baby.
Lord, we can take it. It's nuts.
That ain't okay.
Oh, right.
Move on to the next.
So, let's get into some other interests, man, outside of music and wrestling and stuff like that, man. So, my brother, give us the true meaning for your love for Nicolas Cage, brother. Cause I gotta hear this, dog.
Can a man just like some movies?
Dog, because I know the Chris Cage,
Listen,
Nicolas Cage connect. Talk to me, dog.
Let me dumb it down for you a little bit. So the way you just heard Rich talk about, well, he's one of the top guys, and he can hold his own with the top guys in the world. He is the top guy. Like, that's the guy. Like, if you go back and you watch like Con Air, Face Off, you watch National Treasure 1, not 2 so much. Even did his thing in Ghost Rider. The CGI kind of sucked, but he did his thing. Just his movies, bro. I just fucks with him the long way. He's like, well, once again, we'll pause with the long way. But yeah, he's just that dude. I just love the movies, man. And I'm like an older movie kind of guy more than anything. And he got some newer, even some of them ones he gets shit on for, like Bangkok Dangerous, like the more Independence, Lord of War. Dude's just that guy. And he's the same guy in every movie and still somehow just pulls it the fuck off.
And I think that Mad movie gonna be fire.
Like
that Mad movie gonna be fire too.
You ever heard of
That's like the white Denzel right there. The same guy in every movie.
Go on YouTube and type in his videos like 5 or 10 minutes of Cage Rage. And it's just him raging. And that's just going to give you. And that's just...
I still think like Face Off is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah.
I love Face Off.
Right.
I could watch that movie 9,000 times. I love
watch
that
that
movie.
on the plane when we get on the plane tomorrow. We're gonna watch some good old Face Off.
I love Face Off, man.
You know, I can eat a peach for hours. That's my little try. So, but yeah, Nick Cage,
Yeah.
the goat of his lane. Let's just say it like that.
There we go.
And just in real life too, just like a fucking crazy guy. Like, dude went into like major debt to like buy a Tyrannosaurus Rex skull to put on his roof that he wasn't supposed to have, and buy rare cobras and shit like, and just did a bunch of like low budget movies and get his money back up. Like, bro, that's like ghost status I've ever seen. I love it.
Shout out to Nicholas, man. I love a lot of his movies, man. He's always been an acquired.
Major respect. His daddy is Francis Ford Coppola, who did The Godfather,
Godfather,
the director.
Yeah. Right.
He said, you know what? I don't want to ride his coattails. I'm not going by Nick Coppola. I'm changing my name to Nick Cage. And that's another thing. Why I have respect for that? Because for you to sit there and say I'm going to carve my own lane when I could have just rode my dad's coattails, that's what Cage means to me. And also, me being a Marvel fan, he got the name Cage from Luke Cage, the comic book. So there's all that type of shit just piques my interest at just in general. Not just his movies, but that side of like his story and stuff like that.
So, my brother to the left of me, you know, the right of y'all on camera. My brother has you know 2 YouTube channels cracking right now, and we're gonna dive into
Working on a third.
both working on the third. This man is entrepreneurial genius over here. So, you know, I've been subscribed to your channel for a long time. You know, let's just start with your personal channel. And one day I had to see WNBA content, and he's like, "Yo," he calls me. I'm at the gym. "Yo, Teasy, I done cracked the code, bro." He said, "Bro, I just started doing these WNBA reactions, and my subscribers and watch time started going up crazy." I'm sitting in the gym doing lats, and I literally dropped the weight set. I said, "What? Talk to me about this. I need to learn about this." He's like, "Bro, if you just do," he said, "Bro, I'm doing these reactions, and I'm tiling it the right way, and my subscribers," he said, "one video, I got like thousands of views and comments just randomly. It just hit the algorithm." And I said, interesting. So tell me a little bit about you switching not just from the music lane, but to reactions and WNBA and about different things that you're tapping into.
So, like, I've always been a fan of women's basketball going back to being a young kid because my older sister, she was a varsity basketball player, played for 4 years at Commerce High School in Springfield, Massachusetts. So I always had a love and appreciation for women's basketball. When I was a kid, that's when the WNBA was first starting. I know everybody here at the table probably remembers, like, the big promo push with NBC. It would be like Lisa Leslie, Rebecca Lobo, Cheryl Swoops, and then it was like the Comets and the Sparks and all that stuff. Yeah. Like NBC was a huge thing, like as I was growing up. And I grew up in the Northeast around that time, so you also have UConn women's basketball, like the college stuff. So I always had a love and appreciation for the game, and like knowing my sister was like one of the toughest people in the world. So it was like I didn't look at it like, oh, it's chicks playing basketball. I was like, nah, man, like they out here rugged and they going for it. So like when I started talking about the WNBA on my YouTube channel, it was kind of like a thing. I was throwing stuff at the wall originally. Like I was talking to my boy MP, shout out to MP, Mike Pine,
shout out to MP,
DJ MP, get well soon. And it we had started looking at the way the game is moving, like as far as like how people are becoming stars essentially now, like all the streamers and like people doing reactions to things. So I was like, all right, let me just react to like movie trailers, let me react to sports, let me react to whatever. And I reacted to a Caitlin Clark video. I think they played the Connecticut Sun, and then I came across another video. It was like the harsh truth about Caitlin Clark, and somebody was basically explaining how historically significant her rookie season was, and I was basically pausing it and adding my commentary to it. Channel went crazy after that, and it was something I was already following, but I just hadn't made any videos or anything because why would I just randomly think to make a WNBA video? The reaction video to the highlights went crazy at first on one level, and I was like, okay, let me look a little bit more into this. Did that. Then I just started reacting to what I think about every game, treating it like it was like wrestling, like I have a podcast about wrestling. I talk about it. And I'm following the news. And I'm like, okay, what's in the news today? Okay, there's this column. This is what this person said. I can react to pretty much everything and just say what I think and kind of speak in a respectful way that respects the athletes and also like looks at some of the narratives and also tries to cut through what's bullshit, what's not, why it's being said, kind of who it's being said from. And subtly, I've kind of found myself as I wouldn't say an authority on women's basketball, but people definitely come to my channel to ask or find out what I think about certain things, especially regarding Caitlin Clark, Indiana Fever, where I primarily like kind of focus on. That's what people tend to, show up for. And then, I look at the world of women's basketball, like why things are framed the way they are. And there's like the intersectionality, like with racism, sexism, their CBA agreement that's going on right now. I talk about all these things in a way that I feel like I enjoy to talk about them. And then, I do it from a way like, hey, this is, I approach it 100% pure. I'm not necessarily trying to get them to listen to my music. I'm trying to get you to, if you watch my channel for the WNBA stuff, you can just watch that. You can ignore me putting out, my songs. You can ignore me putting out my behind the song videos or showing how I make the beats or anything. But if you rock with me on that level, you can enjoy that too.
Yeah.
So it's all like been something now. And just no matter what platform I put it on, I seem to start garnering, a little bit of conversation, whether it's on TikTok or YouTube. I haven't really tried it on Instagram yet, but it seems like there's a lot of conversations that are, worthwhile to be had, and I'm not really afraid to have them.
Yeah, that's great, man. That you've been able to diverge yourself into multiple lanes and being able to have multiple talents in what you're doing to show different parts of your personality. Because like we said when we was having lunch earlier, you got to have a mixed bag, man. You got to have a mixed bag.
Like there are people that discovered my channel and came and like started engaging with the music. I would have never gotten to them had I like never. And it's like all types of different demographics of people. Like there's like just people I see in my comments. It's like I don't know if I would have ever had a conversation with you. So like I feel like I actually should be able to have a conversation with anybody. But it's really amazing to see like what topics can hit the algorithms the way things are set up now. And what can kind of happen on social media.
Music just ain't enough by itself no more. Everybody does music. You got something that stands you apart and brings people to you. And even, Mystic said it earlier, they're just not pushing music on the algorithm like that no more because they want you to pay for it and put more money into it and You gotta have that other thing, whatever your thing is, whatever your gimmick is, or your lane is, that extra thing to help you push your brand or yourself. Because music just by itself, unless you got a crazy budget, you super popular, or you just plugged in with the right people, it's like mainly the main, or you just get some freak of nature viral moment.
And the thing is too, to be I'm not sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Stop it.
The thing about it too is, and it's something very underrated that people don't think about. Yes, everybody wants to get in the studio now and make music. People are paying to get their song spread to thousands of people. So the noise of how many artists are trying to advertise their songs, it's very, very high. And people are going to cut through that noise. But a parent that starts an Instagram and it's literally about him raising his kids and there's content based on their kids, it blows up because everybody can relate to it.
That's drawing them in.
That's drawing them in. People love to watch somebody's, you see so many parents where they do content around their kids and they might be doing dances with their kids or just raising their kids. And that's the channel. But they're getting thousands of followers because it's one, they can relate to it. It's engaging and it's easy for them to understand it as in, okay, I can scroll and I can hear this song because let's be real, music isn't really an experience no more than many people.
I think about it too like this. Like, we used to go to the concerts and pass out CDs. Well, somebody leaving a concert, they got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 people all standing. They throw them shits on the ground. They get just another guy handing them a CD. I don't know what the fuck this is. Like, what are you doing that's going to get them to fuck with you? Then check out your music versus, I don't know what the fuck this is. It's another song.
Right.
I've seen 20 billion songs. I've seen this enough. I don't need no more of that. So what are you going to do to make you stand out, to make them fuck with you? Then in turn, they'll listen to your music. Or not, like you said, if they just fuck with you for your other reasons, that's cool too. But it ain't enough no more just to be like, oh, look at me, I do music. Well, so does everybody else.
Yeah.
So does my little cousin.
Right.
Yeah.
And everything is so accessible and it's so easy to do. It's like, okay, now how can you make yourself stand out? And that's what I love about, the reason why, we're doing these things and being able to have these platforms is because it's giving people something that they can, one, not only relate to, but two, understand. Because as creatives, we're all not the same person each and every day. We all have different interests in things that we're doing and things that things that we're feeling. So I want to ask you guys some music-based questions now for both of you guys, just in your artistry mind. Give me, give me the producer. Can't be yourself, Rich. Give me the producer. I ask it this way. I like to do this with artists. I like to ask this. You're working on your dream album. The budget's unlimited. Okay? Hold that thought. Now, one producer is going to produce the whole project. Can't be you, Rich. The one producer is going to produce the whole project. You get 3 features, and you get an executive producer to help you executive produce the album. Who's the producer? Who's the executive producer? And who are the 3 features that you get on the album? But you can only get 3 features. Who are the people you're picking?
I'm going to take Just Blaze as my producer.
Okay.
I think
Prime Just is
Prime Just Blaze.
Even though what we do is wrong.
I think he's gonna give me he's gonna give me a lot of dope drums and different things like that. And perhaps I can have Bink with some assistant production or anything like that.
Yes, sir.
If I get Bink for one song. And then I gotta get a Jay-Z verse. Can I wake up Prince? Can I wake up Prince and can we redo 17 Days Together? Can we redo that? And then I think I will also go with I'll probably go with T.I.
Prince, T.I. and who else?
And Jay.
And Jay.
Yeah.
Well, and Just Blaze with Bink with some help from Bink. That sound is going to be crazy.
I get 3 producers.
No, you get one producer who's going to produce the whole project, an executive producer, somebody who's going to like overhear it, like help put it together.
Oh, I didn't pick a executive producer.
Oh, I thought it was Bink. My bad. Go ahead.
Dr. Dre.
Oh, okay. Got you.
You can mix everything.
Got you. The executive producer who's going to help like mix, put everything together. The producer who's making the beats, and you get 3 features.
So who did Off the Wall? Quincy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Quincy?
That's executive producer or producer.
I'm going to say producer. And I
Okay.
get 2 executives, right?
No, you get 3 features and executive producer, somebody who's overseeing the project. Because Quincy can do either or he can do both for you.
It's a toss-up for the executive between Timberland or Pharrell.
Mm.
Because which one's going to bring the old... You want that old Quincy. You want that off the wall, that smooth, that just all that. But then you want, I don't know, maybe Pharrell to kind of bring him into the now. Because I'd say Pharrell's more of that, like, he's written records for Mike and Prince and all those intentionally and end up being, like, fronting and stuff like that. So maybe, like, I'd say a toss-up between Pharrell or Timbo is really close, but I'm going to have to go with Pharrell for the aesthetic. Michael Jackson's going to be the artist, obviously. We wake him up like y'all woke up Prince, and I get
3 features.
3 features. Oh my God! Let's go Freddie Mercury. Let's go Freddie Mercury. Because I got
the greatest front man of all time to me. Personally.
Quincy. I got Pharrell. Really toss up between Pharrell and Timbo because Timbo's like right there, but aesthetically we're gonna go Pharrell. MJ, Queen. Freddie Mercury from Queen. Let's throw rapper in there. Let's throw my one, pretty much, if not number 1 top, at least top 3, Lil Wayne. Let's just throw Lil Wayne on there. Fuck it. Let's just mix it up.
I like it.
Let's just mix it up. Let's throw Lil Wayne on there. Maybe he don't belong, but let's make him because he just do about anything.
Before I name my 3, and to make it fun, I'm not gonna name anybody y'all named. It makes me think, so I'm not gonna name anybody y'all named. What's the name of the album?
Oh man. I guess I'll call it the 413 or something like that for my hometown.
Got you.
You don't call it Cloud Dracula Volume 3. Or the hand gesture. Well, I can't do that for copyright. So we call it Cloud Dracula Volume 3 with Michael Jackson and Quincy Jones. We ride that till the wheels fall off, baby.
Okay, so I can't pick. I'm not gonna pick anybody y'all pick to make this fun because I gotta get in my music bag. So y'all got a lot of greats. So I gotta think. Who's producing the project? Okay, I'm gonna get to that last. My features: Prime Bobby Brown. Prime Bobby Brown.
Fresh off the Yale.
Yeah, like just like before, right before he met Whitney. As soon as he left New Edition, Bobby. Yeah, that Bobby. So I got my R&B locked down. I am going to get. Ooh. I don't want to say I don't want to name the same people always named. So I'm going to switch it up here. I got Bobby Brown for my next feature. I'm getting Tupac. And I already know he's gonna overtake the song, so it's like whatever, bro. You got it.
Come with me.
Like no, he's gonna do 2 verses. It's like all right, bro. Just let me
Checkmate.
Yeah, just let me get something. Just let me get this.
That's how you sound like an outlaw in there, right?
He got me sound like Big Psych on there, dog. So I got rap. I got my R&B. You know what? Give me Phil Collins. I'm going to get Phil Collins. I'm going to get Phil because I know what he could give me. Yeah. Give me that. Give me that.
That easy lover.
Give me that.
He's an easy lover.
Who do I want to be the co-producer? Sting. I want Sting to be the executive producer.
Jeez.
I want this sound to be as unique as possible. I need Fields of Gold. I need the Police Sting. I need, I need that Sting. I need early Sting. Who's going to produce the project? And I can't say Quincy Jones because he said it.
Making it a little harder on you now.
And that's why I didn't want to say the same people.
We all want Quincy. Let's just be honest.
Yeah, because that's like Just Blaze and like in hip hop and like Quincy Jones made everything.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, that's him. As far as producing the project, who's going to make the sound of this project? Because I know the songwriting of Sting is going to be phenomenal with the executive producer side. You get Phil Collins, you got something. Tupac, yeah. He said my greatest frontman of all time, Freddie Mercury. Who's going to produce it? Who's going to help the sound of this album? Kanye West.
Hey, jeez, that's gonna be something.
It's going to have all the lights. It's going to have In the Air Tonight. It's going to have
You have to allow
Every
him
Breath You Take.
He's only allowed to discuss the music, correct? Like
Kanye, send me the beats and get the fuck out the way.
Because if he discusses the music, some of that music would be on some other stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
So we got look,
Yeah,
He's gonna have
we
to
need a filter.
He's gonna have
I took
strict syllabus. Of
only
what
me.
you cannot do.
Yeah. He might have introduced me to Phil Collins, but I made hits with Phil Collins head ass. Nah, I'm good. Just make the beats, dog. So yeah, that and what would I call it?
Like, what the fuck are you wearing? Like,
It would have.
what is that symbol? Like,
It would have Monteezy and it would have some Raiden Vision, so I'd form the worlds.
It'll just get to a point where you just give up and just let him do it because it's like he's just gonna do it anyways, bro. Just give me whatever I gotta do to get the beats, bro.
I know, bro. He's like, I'll do this. I can hear him now. I'll do this, but I need Phil Collins. I need Sting. It's like, all right, bro. Just let me get my project out first. Then you could do whatever and sell a good bazillion records. You're fine. What would I call it? Everlasting Gobstopper head ass. No, I'm playing. Another Realm. I call Another Realm.
Love it.
Yeah, I call Another Realm.
yeah.
Okay. Who is in y'all's mind? Who is somebody that is very underrated to you that doesn't get their props as an artist?
Underrated that doesn't get their props as an artist.
I can't say my bro Leon Thomas anymore. He's on fire now. He was my underrated guy for a year. Now he's known, man, and everybody's on his meat. Pause. So I can't say him anymore. But it was Leon Thomas for a long time.
I think I'll go with Hit Boy. I think Hit Boy is somebody that people have like told me a lot of my stuff sounds like, which is kind of interesting. I was like, huh.
I can hear the comparison.
Yeah,
I can get it.
So like when I listen to him, I'm like, I think that's something I could have made, or I feel like there's like kind of a kinship there. I think he's primarily known as a producer, so some of his like rap stuff gets kind of slept on. But he did a song put out the other day. It was like, I guess like someone tried to rob his studio, and then like he played the footage like of them trying to rob the studio, and then like was holding like all his Grammys and his jewels and stuff. And basically, they didn't get anything. And he rapped about the whole thing. It was incredible, bro. Like I thought, like I don't know if he basically is gonna get the look like as a front man like that, but he probably
Bro,
should.
the shit with him and Alchemist is crazy. Them rapping together is just out of this world.
Yeah.
Like them two together, I love that project they did together.
Yeah, Hit Boy is tough.
A lot of the people that I like are just like getting noticed now. Like I love Larry June, but that's before Larry became Larry. A lot of the guys that I like, certain people, I know I got an eye for talent because everybody that I like that's underrated, they always end up blowing up like 2 years later, and it's like, well, I can't say that guy no more. So I don't even say who I like. You know what I mean? Sometimes because everybody's gonna be like, oh, so and so, but there's October London. Shout out to him. R&B singer. Shout out to him. A lot of dope guys. What about you, Chris?
Man, I think I need to get my underground category up because like most of the guys I'm on some like I could say maybe underrated after the Kendrick shit. Let's say Drizzy's been thrown into the mud. People forgot about all his accolades. But he is, I don't know, underrated.
Even if it's like a legend that they don't get, he might be a legend, or he or she might be a legend, but they don't get mentioned enough. But
DMX don't get mentioned enough. I can tell you that right now.
Right, yes, sir.
That's one of my all-time OG favorites. DMX don't get mentioned like he should. Diddy's underrated. Let me stop.
I was about to jump this way.
Yeah, nah.
Oh, about to be like, yeah, man. That shit crazy.
Yeah.
I'll say with all the controversy, once again, this is a legend, bro. But it's like they trying to throw all that away because of his heinous actions, which I don't support his actions. But R. Kelly,
Bro,
I think just musically, let's keep the other stuff aside. We're not getting into that. Just musically, I feel like at this point, he's musically underrated because of his actions. A lot of people have said I would not fuck with his music because of what he did. So in that cat, and I'm not saying don't do it. I'm not saying do it. That's not my conversation. I just feel like his music has become underrated because of his.
damn, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Sting. For Kels, you gotta go. I need Kels executive producer because I'm gonna have some bops with Kels, dog. Kels is gonna give me Ignition Part 2.
Just give him like a curfew and just keep keep the little sisters away and you'll be all right. Keep the little baby girls away.
A curfew, bro.
Keep your daughters away. Keep your wives
Lord,
away.
keep everyone away.
Give the man a curfew. Give him an ankle bracelet. You'll be all right.
He said, "Give this man a curfew."
Ungodly talent.
Put an air
right?
tag in his shoe.
Yeah.
Ungodly talent. A simple-minded genius if there ever was one. Right? Just if you listen to his music, it was very clear to see what he was talking about. I think that's also the gift and the curse of this thing because what he was talking about in a lot of that music
It doesn't exist in my mind. I can't do it because I can't.
it's
ruin it.
difficult. It's difficult to reckon with for a lot of folks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But just musically alone, just the music, just the pure raw talent and the songs and the impact and if you was there, I mean, you know what I'm talking about. Dave Chappelle skits, like, bruh.
People don't understand something, bro. I tell people this all the time. I've gotten to live to see. Now I was 8 when Tupac passed. He died in '96. I was 8, so I was just become a recollector of who Tupac was. I knew like All Eyes on Me as a kid because my family used to play it. So, but like being like a middle schooler to like adult seeing stuff, I saw Usher become Usher. I saw Chris Brown become Chris Brown. I remember when Lil Wayne was on every song. Like literally graduating high school, Lil Wayne was on everything. You couldn't turn on the radio without Wayne. I remember T.I.'s run. I remember when 50 Cent first came out. I was a freshman in high school. I will never forget when In the Club came out. I will never forget DMX when DMX was having his run. Like Jay-Z from the Black Album to the Blueprint.
The Black Album.
I'm in middle school. Like certain people, primes that we've seen.
50 Cent.
50 Cent,
album,
like,
oh my god, that run when they get Rich or Die Trying. Oh
the
my
mixtapes?
god.
like I remember
God.
when Drake first happened. I was like, what is this?
Who is this?
I was like, who's this light-skinned dude? Like, what is he? Wayne's on him? I'm like, what's this? And I just remember, I was like, this singing and the rapping shit's going to get out of nowhere. He's going to take this shit over.
And he's still running numbers to this day.
To this day, bro.
I don't care what they put him through, what he fought. Fought 20 guys, lost battles. It don't matter. People lose battles and like it ends their shit. Like, example like a Ja Rule or somebody. This dude just keeps going. Bro.
I think Ja's become underrated. Excuse me, not overrated, underrated.
He had a hell of a run.
I think Ja's become extremely underrated. I think
That's
LL's
because-
become underrated too.
Oh no, LL. I don't think. I think the thing about Ja Rule is once he lost that beef, they just threw him under the bus.
Also, like a lot of the Murder Inc. thing was kind of like the formula was waning. So like he got caught at like the perfect time, essentially, like because
the shit started getting hot.
Right. He like every summer it was Ja Rule and this R&B singer. Ja Rule and this R&B singer. I remember by the time they got to the one where they was doing Grease, it was like
I heard this song about 20 times already.
it was like 50 was just like putting the pressure on him, and then 50 became him.
I'm gonna say karma too.
Such a scam.
I watched the interview where basically 50's beef with everybody is how everybody tried to block him and keep him from blowing up, and now he's blowing up. He's shitting on everybody. I watched an interview with Irv Gotti where he straight up said it. R.I.P. to the homie. No disrespect, but I'm just a lesson in karma. I blocked 50. I blocked 50 so hard he would never made it. That's what forced him to go over there with Dre and Eminem and turn around and created the 50 we know now. He said he should have signed him and basically shelved him.
Yeah.
Karma's real. Maybe that's a big part of it too. Why shit like that happens.
And the reason why, and a lot of people, because when I say this, a lot of people would be like, "Yo, man, LL, everybody say LL's the GOAT." But here's the thing about LL. LL did everything first already.
Everything first.
By the time he started like the In the House TV show in like '94, he already beat the game.
Pioneer.
He was the first solo rap superstar, first ladies love star. He was the
it
first.
Was so long ago, people are just like
exactly.
Because people don't know. Like even before that, you can say Curtis Blow did some of that stuff.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
You could, right? But then it's generational, and then
there's people that have never been alive without internet.
Yep.
That's the generation we're in now. So
absolutely.
They never would have known.
Like they would have known. Like LL was like.
One thing I always loved about LL though is he was always willing to prove like whoever the fuck wanted it. I'll battle like. LL Cool J is hard as hell. Battle anybody, don't care.
Bro.
Like, that shit was real.
Yeah, bro. And he literally had hip hop on his back for years until like the solo start, until like the Rakims and them came later.
Yeah.
But he literally held it down. And the great thing about him too is that, from him he was the first childhood star. He was the first childhood star. He was the first one to get in the big movies like that. He did everything first. So sometimes when you get all that stuff early, somebody could do one of those things you did and like be looked at, revered. When you did that shit like in '83,
the sex symbol, all that stuff.
All that stuff. He was the blueprint to what a lot of solo rap people are doing now.
I think everything's been done. Music,
more and stuff.
The only thing you can do is try to put your own flavor or spin on it, or find your own way. Because I feel like for the most part, everything's been done. All the ideas have been, What else can you do?
I literally listen to like a Prince or a Michael Jackson song, and I'm like, there's really nothing we can do anymore. like listen to Thriller like in its entirety. Listen to like Purple Rain in its entirety.
It's like there's only so many chords. There's only so many drums
you could play. There's only so much. And like I'll listen to Eminem song. I'm like, lyrically, there's nothing you can say vocabulary wise.
When I listen
like,
to Michael Jackson,
vocabulary wise, that Eminem ain't saying.
When I listen to Michael Jackson's isolated vocals and he's doing those harmony stacks, I just want to go turn the light off and just go sit in the corner, listen in the dark, and just. Can I feel it in the air and just be depressed, bro? Like, I don't even want to just be out in the world no more. I'm just like a little fly on the wall. Just give up, fuck it.
Man.
This guy did this. Oh, okay. You go watch Thriller. Oh yeah, I'm cooked.
I know, man. That's how I feel. Like I felt like that with a lot of the visual concepts of what Kendrick does in his videos. I'm like, Jesus Christ, Kendrick, save some ideas for another person. Right. Like, it's just great to see the artistry. Like you said, man, nothing's new under the sun, man.
Right.
Nothing is new under the sun. There's only humanly possible so many ideas and things.
Especially with the internet, everybody's seen everything now.
Gotcha. Last question that I have for you guys before I wrap this up. Last question, man. When people say the name Rich Latta, or people say the name Chris Cage, what do you guys want people to say about you? Like when it's all said and done, rather artistry as a person, when it's all said and done, I always end Teasy's table with something motivational like this. What do you want people to say?
I think I want them to say that I was a good person, and also, whatever he tried, like he wasn't afraid to try things, and we enjoyed what he did and what he gave, to us, meaning the world. I just hope to be someone that eventually inspires people. I also hope to leave behind the art for whatever it is, and the art be worthwhile enough to speak for itself. And what I consider the art is even, just a video clip of talking. Like maybe I'll say something that changes somebody's life or sparks something in their brain. That's enough for me.
Man, that's not something I typically think about. Just hopefully, there's gonna be people out there that's gonna give you that Charleston White energy no matter what. You're gonna be like 500,000 or dinner with Jay Z. Man, fuck Jay Z. They gonna say fuck Chris Cage, but that's just the world, bro. But I don't know, bro. Just dude was solid. Dude did his thing, or just handle his business, bro. Whether you like me, not like me, you gotta respect the grind. Dude did what he had to do. Took care of his kids and handled his business like a man, bro. And even if they don't think that, I know that. God knows that, and the people who know that. But I guess that's the best anybody can, hope for. Just got some good music. I like some of his songs. At least like one of them, because everything ain't for everybody. But maybe, yeah, I like at least one of his songs. Something like that. Maybe that'd be nice to know your work is appreciated. Other than that, just as a person, just didn't really fuck nobody over. Just stayed in his lane and just try to help people once in a while and take care of your kids and handle your business as a man, bro. Simple. Nothing too crazy.
On that note, I want to thank you guys for coming on the platform. I know we've been talking about doing this, but the great thing about it, talking about doing this is crazy. Pause. But you get what I'm saying. The thing, this is a joke. I mean, we literally hold each other accountable for the wild stuff, Chris. It's nuts in a group game chat. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for coming on the platform. We've been talking about doing Teasy's Table platform for a long time. We both talked about this, and I always said I was going to get the bro on here. But since we was all in Georgia, I was like, hey, he got the equipment. Let's fire up the camera and let's have a conversation. I truly appreciate both of your guys' artistry, your visions, all pun intended, and everything that you guys have going on. And I salute you, brothers. I'll be supporting the future projects. I love y'all. And let's keep making history, man. This is Teasy's Table, www.teasystable.com. Make sure you guys follow, everything that is happening when this episode's coming out. Everything that will be put out in the title with the content. Make sure you guys support us. And once again, can't shoot at the Kings. If you do, you better not miss. Salute.